Come with me, darling, on a journey to a land that feels like the very edge of the world. Imagine a place where the sky is so enormous it seems to swallow the earth whole. This is Mongolia, a country of breathtaking emptiness and profound silence. It's a landscape that challenges your sense of scale, where you can travel for hours and see nothing but the endless green steppe rolling towards a distant horizon. This vastness isn't empty in a lonely way. Rather, it's filled with a powerful sense of freedom and possibility. It invites you to breathe deeper, to look further, and to find a different kind of richness, one that isn't measured in buildings or possessions but in space and stillness. It truly is a remarkable feeling, unlike anything else on Earth. The invitation to Mongolia is an invitation to discover beauty in its purest, most unadorned form. Here, simplicity is not a lack of something but a presence of everything that truly matters. The wind carries ancient stories across the grasslands, and the stars at night are so bright they feel close enough to touch. You learn to appreciate the subtle changes in the landscape, the gentle curve of a hill, the glint of a distant river, the lone figure of a rider moving gracefully across the plains. This is a land that strips away the unnecessary, leaving you with a clear view of the world and perhaps a clearer view of yourself. It's a journey that promises not just adventure but a genuine connection to the planet. This is a world that has remained wonderfully unchanged for centuries, a true window into a more ancient way of life. The very air seems to hum with history and myth. You feel the presence of Genghis Khan and his mighty empire, not in grand ruins but in the spirit of the people and the enduring traditions they uphold. The emptiness is a canvas upon which the story of Mongolia is painted, a story of resilience, independence, and a deep, unbreakable bond with nature. It's a place that gets under your skin and stays with you long after you've departed, a memory of endless horizons and the quiet strength of the human spirit living in harmony with the wild. So, let us begin this exploration together. Let us venture into the heart of Central Asia, to a nation 3 times the size of France but with a population smaller than that of many cities. We will explore its dramatic landscapes, meet its wonderfully hospitable people, and learn about a culture shaped by the vast open spaces they call home. Prepare to be enchanted by the stark beauty of the Gobi Desert, the lushness of the northern forests, and the overwhelming expanse of the steppe. Mongolia is not just a destination, it's an experience that awakens the soul and reminds you of the simple, profound beauty that exists in our world. Mongolia is a country defined by staggering numbers and immense contrasts. It is one of the most sparsely populated nations on the planet. Imagine a land of over 1.5 million square kilometers, a truly enormous space, yet home to only about 3 million people. That means there are more horses than humans here, which tells you everything you need to know about what is truly valued. Being completely landlocked, surrounded by the giants of Russia to the north and China to the south, has given Mongolia a unique and fiercely independent character. Its geography is as varied as it is vast, encompassing the formidable Gobi Desert, sprawling grasslands, and rugged mountain ranges like the Altai. This is a land of raw, untamed nature. The climate here is one of brutal extremes, a powerful force that shapes every aspect of life. They call it the land of the blue sky because it boasts over 250 sunny days a year, but this sunshine can be deceiving. The winters are famously harsh, with temperatures plummeting to a bone-chilling -40 degrees Celsius. In these deep freezes, known as a zood, livestock can perish, and survival becomes a daily battle against the elements. Yet when summer arrives, it does so with a vengeance, bringing scorching heat that can rise to a sweltering +40 degrees Celsius. This dramatic swing between seasons demands incredible resilience and adaptability from all living things. This challenging environment has forged a culture of incredible toughness and resourcefulness. The Mongolian people have not just learned to survive in these conditions, they have learned to thrive. Their entire way of life, particularly the nomadic tradition, is a direct response to the demands of the land and its climate. They move with the seasons, seeking fresh pastures for their animals and shelter from the worst of the weather. This constant movement is not seen as a hardship but as a natural rhythm, a dance with nature that has been perfected over countless generations. Every decision, from where to set up camp to when to move, is guided by an intimate knowledge of the environment. The landscape itself feels ancient and powerful, a character in its own right. The endless steppe, which covers most of the country, is a sea of grass that seems to stretch into infinity. It is a place that can make you feel incredibly small, and at the same time, profoundly connected to the universe. There is a saying in Mongolia that the sky is the father and the earth is the mother. And you truly feel this deep spiritual connection when you stand in the middle of this immense wilderness. The land is not just a place to live. It is the source of life, wisdom, and identity, a sacred provider that is both feared and deeply revered. At the very core of Mongolian culture is the ancient tradition of nomadism. For thousands of years, the people of the steppe have followed a pastoral way of life, moving their homes and their herds in search of better grazing lands. This isn't just a lifestyle, it is the essence of what it means to be Mongolian. It represents freedom, self-sufficiency, and a harmonious relationship with the natural world. About a third of the population still lives this way, a remarkable testament to the endurance of this tradition in our modern age. Their home is the gers, a circular felt tent that is both an engineering marvel and a cozy sanctuary against the harsh elements. The gers itself is a perfect symbol of nomadic life. It can be dismantled and packed onto a camel or truck in just a few hours, ready to be moved to the next location. Yet when assembled, it is a sturdy and comfortable dwelling, designed to withstand fierce winds and freezing temperatures. Inside, everything has its place, arranged according to tradition. The door always faces south, the place of honor is at the back, opposite the door, and the stove sits at the center, providing warmth and a place for cooking. The gers is more than just a shelter. It is the heart of the family, a place of warmth, hospitality, and community in the vast open landscape. Life for a nomadic family is governed by the seasons and the needs of their animals, primarily sheep, goats, cattle, camels, and of course, horses. The day begins early, with the milking of animals and the making of dairy products like arul or dried curds and arag, which is fermented mare's milk. There's a constant rhythm of work that is shared by the entire family, from the youngest children to the oldest grandparents. This shared responsibility fosters an incredible sense of unity and interdependence. Hospitality is a sacred duty, and any visitor who arrives at a gers is welcomed with a warm bowl of milk tea and a share of whatever food is available. A wonderful tradition of generosity. This deep connection to the land means that nomads possess an extraordinary understanding of their environment. They can read the weather in the clouds, navigate by the stars, and find water in the arid landscape. Their survival depends on this intimate knowledge, passed down through generations. However, this ancient way of life is facing new challenges. Climate change is leading to more frequent droughts and harsher winters, while modernization offers the allure of city life. Despite these pressures, the nomadic spirit remains strong, a powerful symbol of Mongolia's resilience and its enduring cultural identity, a heartbeat that continues to echo across the endless steppe. You simply cannot understand Mongolia without understanding the profound importance of the horse. Here, a person without a horse is said to be like a bird without wings. This relationship between human and horse is one of the oldest and deepest in the world, dating back to the time of the great Khans. Horses are not just for transport, they are companions, symbols of status, and an integral part of the national identity. Mongolian children learn to ride almost as soon as they can walk, developing an incredible bond with their mounts. The sight of a small child galloping fearlessly across the plains is a common one, a beautiful expression of the freedom that the horse represents. The Mongolian horse itself is a remarkable creature. It is small and stocky, with incredible stamina and resilience. These horses can survive the harsh winters on the open steppe, digging through snow to find frozen grass. They are descendants of the same war horses that carried Genghis Khan's armies across Asia and into Europe, and they possess the same legendary toughness. For a nomadic herder, their horse is their most valuable asset, essential for managing vast herds of livestock over immense distances. It is a working partnership built on mutual respect and dependence, a silent understanding between rider and animal that has been honed over centuries of shared existence. This deep reverence for the horse is celebrated most spectacularly during the Naadam festival, the biggest and most important holiday in Mongolia. Held every July, it is a magnificent spectacle that showcases the three manly games: horse racing, wrestling, and archery. These are the skills that were essential for the warriors of the Mongol Empire, and today they are a vibrant celebration of the country's culture and heritage. The entire nation comes alive during Naadam, with people dressing in their finest traditional clothing called a deal, and gathering to cheer on the competitors. It is a riot of color, excitement, and national pride, a truly wonderful experience. The Naadam horse race is the ultimate test of endurance for both horse and rider. The races are run over long distances, sometimes up to 30 kilometers across the open steppe. What makes them even more extraordinary is that the jockeys are children, often as young as 5 years old. Their light weight is believed to be better for the horses over such long distances. Seeing these tiny jockeys urging their powerful steeds towards the finish line is a breathtaking sight, a thrilling display of courage and skill. Naadam is more than just a sporting event. It's a living link to the nation's epic past and a joyous affirmation of the enduring spirit of the Mongolian people. The spiritual landscape of Mongolia is as vast and complex as its physical one. It is a fascinating blend of ancient beliefs and organized religion, where different traditions coexist and often intertwine. The dominant faith today is Tibetan Buddhism, which arrived in the 16th century and quickly became deeply woven into the fabric of society. Monasteries, or lamasseries, became centers of learning, art, and medicine, holding immense influence over the spiritual and political life of the country. The gentle chants of monks and the sight of prayer flags fluttering in the wind became a common feature of the Mongolian landscape, offering a sense of peace and contemplation. However, beneath the surface of Buddhism lies a much older, more primal spiritual tradition, shamanism. This ancient belief system is rooted in the worship of nature and the spirits that are believed to inhabit the sky, mountains, rivers, and rocks. A shaman or bu acts as an intermediary between the human world and the spirit world, performing rituals to heal the sick, predict the future, or ensure good fortune. You can see evidence of this belief everywhere in the countryside in the form of ovu, which are sacred cairns of stones and wood. Travelers will stop and add a stone to the pile and circle it 3 times, a simple act of respect to the local spirits to ensure a safe journey. The 20th century brought a period of immense tragedy for Mongolia's spiritual life. During the communist era under Soviet influence, religion was brutally suppressed. Monasteries were destroyed, their treasures looted, and thousands of monks were executed or imprisoned. It was a dark time that sought to erase centuries of spiritual heritage. For nearly 70 years, religious practice was forced underground, but it was never completely extinguished. The faith of the people survived in secret, passed down within families, a quiet act of defiance against a regime that demanded absolute loyalty to the state. This resilience is a powerful part of the modern Mongolian story. With the arrival of democracy in 1990, there has been a remarkable revival of both Buddhism and shamanism. Monasteries that were once ruins have been painstakingly rebuilt, and a new generation of monks is being trained. Ancient shamanic rituals, once forbidden, are now practiced openly. This spiritual rebirth is a vital part of Mongolia's journey to reclaim its identity. It reflects a deep-seated need to reconnect with the traditions that have sustained the Mongolian people for centuries. Today, the sound of chanting once again fills the air, and the whispers of ancient spirits are carried on the wind across the great steppe, a testament to the enduring power of faith. In the middle of the vast steppe lies Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia's bustling and ever-changing capital city. It is a place of fascinating contrasts where ancient traditions and rapid modernization collide. Here, glass and steel skyscrapers rise alongside Soviet-era apartment blocks and sprawling gers districts where nomadic families have settled on the city's outskirts. It's a city of over 1.5 million people, meaning nearly half of the country's entire population lives here. This creates a unique energy, a vibrant hub of commerce, culture, and politics that stands in stark contrast to the quiet emptiness of the countryside that surrounds it for hundreds of miles in every direction. A visit to Ulaanbaatar offers a glimpse into the two faces of modern Mongolia. You can see young people in fashionable clothes chatting on smartphones, while just a few streets away, an elderly man in a traditional deal might be making his way to a temple. The city is home to the country's best museums, which provide a wonderful introduction to Mongolia's rich history and culture. The National Museum of Mongolia takes you on a journey from prehistoric times to the present day, while the Zanabazar Museum of Fine Arts houses a stunning collection of Buddhist art and sculpture. These institutions are vital for preserving the nation's heritage amidst the fast pace of change. At the heart of the city is Sukbatar Square, a vast public space that serves as the political and social center of Ulaanbaatar. It is named after Damdin Sukbatar, one of the leaders of the 1921 revolution. The square is dominated by a grand statue of Genghis Khan seated majestically in front of the Parliament building, a constant reminder of the nation's glorious past. The square is a place for national celebrations, protests, and quiet evening strolls. It is where you can feel the pulse of the city, watching as families, couples and friends gather to enjoy the open space. A modern-day meeting point in a city that was once a mobile monastic settlement. Despite its urban character, the spirit of the steppe is never far away in Ulaanbaatar. The city is nestled in a valley with 4 sacred mountains surrounding it, considered holy protectors of the capital. Just a short drive out of the city center, the concrete gives way to rolling green hills and the familiar sight of grazing livestock and distant gers. Ulaanbaatar is a city in transition, grappling with the challenges of pollution and traffic while embracing the opportunities of a globalized world. It is the dynamic, beating heart of a nation that is proudly forging its own unique path into the 21st century, with one foot in its nomadic past and the other stepping firmly into the future. No journey through Mongolia is complete without paying homage to the nation's founder, the legendary Genghis Khan. About an hour's drive from Ulaanbaatar, a colossal statue rises from the plains, shimmering in the sunlight. This is the Genghis Khan equestrian statue, the largest of its kind in the world. Standing 40 meters tall, this magnificent stainless steel monument depicts the great leader on horseback, holding a golden whip. It is an awe-inspiring sight, a powerful symbol of national pride and a tribute to the man who united the Mongol tribes and created the largest contiguous empire in history. It truly takes your breath away. The statue is more than just a tourist attraction, it is a pilgrimage site for Mongolians. Visitors can take an elevator up through the horse's body to an observation deck on its head, offering a spectacular panoramic view of the surrounding steppe. According to legend, this is the very spot where a young Genghis Khan found the golden whip that foretold his destiny as a great ruler. The monument serves as a potent reminder of Mongolia's golden age and its enduring legacy. It reconnects the people with their heroic past and inspires a sense of confidence in their future, solidifying the image of a strong, independent and proud nation on the world stage. Beyond the grand monuments, Mongolia's landscape is dotted with sacred sites that hold deep spiritual significance. One such place is Taikar Chulu, a massive granite rock that stands mysteriously in the middle of a flat plain. It is covered in ancient inscriptions and graffiti from different historical periods, a kind of natural guestbook for the ages. Local legends tell various tales about the rock. Some say it was thrown by a giant to crush a huge serpent, while others see it as a sacred marker. Like the Ovu, it is a place where people leave offerings and pray for good fortune, a focal point for the spiritual energy that is believed to flow through the land. Another beloved natural formation is Turtle Rock, or Melki Kad, in Gorky Terelj National Park. This enormous granite rock is shaped quite remarkably like a giant turtle, an animal that symbolizes longevity and wisdom in Mongolian culture. It seems to be slowly crawling across the beautiful valley, a guardian of the landscape. These sacred rocks and mountains are not just geological curiosities, they are characters in the national story, woven into the myths and beliefs of the people. They remind us that in Mongolia, the land itself is alive, filled with spirit and history. It is this profound connection to the earth, this sense of reverence for nature, that ultimately defines the soul of this incredible country.